It was an ordinary Tuesday when my friend Lisa, who works as an evening barista at our family cafe, experienced something that changed her life forever. With the help of her diary and surveillance footage, I reconstructed the events of that eerie night. The sun was slowly setting over the horizon, coloring the sky with disturbing purple tones. The forest surrounding the cafe grew darker with each passing moment, as if preparing to absorb the remaining shreds of light. The silence was unnatural, as if nature itself was holding its breath. The cafe, with its cozy wooden walls, usually evoked a sense of comfort, but that evening it resembled an abandoned shelter shrouded in shadows. Lisa noted in her diary that she kept having a strange feeling as if someone was watching her. Suddenly, the door of the cafe opened with a long creak. On the threshold stood a tall man in an old, long coat and a wide-brimmed hat that hid his face. There was something unnatural about his appearance, as if he had come from out of this world. "Good evening. What can I get you?" Lisa asked, trying to remain calm. The man ordered a black coffee. His voice was deep and echoed in the walls of the cafe. As Lisa prepared the drink, she felt a chill run down her spine. The stranger was looking at her as if he were studying her soul. As he took the coffee away, their fingers casually touched. His touch was icy. He sat down at a far table, almost hidden in the shadows, and just stared out the window at the forest. Time passed agonizingly slowly. The clock showed that there was only half an hour until closing time. Lisa began to clean the room, but couldn't shake the feeling that the stranger was still watching her without even turning around. The lights in the cafe began to flicker. Outside, the wind hit the windows with force, making them shake. Lisa walked over to the man to make sure he was okay. "Are you all right?" she asked timidly. The man slowly raised his head and she saw his face for the first time. It looked dead pale, with deep hollows instead of eyes.
"They're already here,"
he whispered, and his voice sounded like he was speaking from beyond the grave. Before Lisa could react, the man was gone. Lisa rushed to the door, but it was locked. The lights went out completely. The only source of light was the screen of her phone, but that too suddenly went out, leaving her in total darkness. From behind the window came a low, growing whisper. The voices spoke in an incomprehensible language, but Lisa could make out her name. She looked outside and saw shadows moving between the trees. Suddenly the windows shattered. An icy wind rushed inside, knocking over tables and chairs. At that moment, she heard an eerie scraping sound. Figures with deadly glowing eyes began to emerge from the darkness. Their movements were unnaturally jerky, like broken marionettes. Lisa hid behind the counter, trying to hold back a scream. But the whispers grew louder, merging into a deafening chorus. The figures surrounded her, their hands reaching for her. They were cold, like icy corpses. "Who are you? What do you want?" She shouted, but all she heard in response was sinister laughter. When one of the shadows came close to her, she whispered,
You are the key.
After these words, the darkness completely engulfed her. In the morning, the cafe staff found Lisa lying on the floor. Her eyes were wide open, her face contorted in horror. The doctors said it was a heart attack, but I knew it wasn't that simple. Written in blood on the wall of the cafe was the words,
You are next.
"Now I'm afraid. What if this joke never ends?"